Fresh out the box. Fresh out the box.
It's Thursday. That's your favorite day of the week. It's Thursday mixed with Age. That's Adventure Game Engine. That's Green Ronin's house system. We like Age, and we think that you should play Age games on Thursdays. And if you don't have any friends, and you never will, then tune in and watch us play our game because you can be our friend. If there's some hope for you to have friends in the future, then just buy the game and hold on to it. Wait until you have friends, then you can play it with them. You're still welcome here at our table with us. I'm Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box. That's our show where we play ttrpgs. We also have a podcast called Fresh Out the Podcast, where we talk about movies, streaming shows, video games, and any other pop culture things that we think you might like. So, please follow Fresh Out the Box. Just one little click for you. Follow Fresh Out the Podcast anywhere podcasts are available. And I am happy to be reprising my role as Solwyn, the third son of the Emperor. I think yes. I think maybe yes.
And on that happy news, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, a variety video game Twitch streamer and tabletop role-playing game streamer. And I'm here to reprise my role once more as Hernassa, the Orcish Arquebusier.
Hello again, folks. It's me, Erin Bamier, also known out there as Erindipity or Erindipity Do, if you're trying to follow me. You can also see what I'm doing at AdventureSlaying at adventureslaying.com. And we just released a new version of our Quick Start, which has much more polished rules. I think we had the alpha version in here with Gary and Jahan, but now we have the beta rules, which I'm really proud of. They look great. Go check them out. You can download them for free and just see it. Otherwise, I'm glad to be stepping back in as Valor Cressings, Cleric of Washalia. Thanks. That's pretty funny.
I tuned in at the wrong point there. Jeez.
Adventureslaying.com.
Don't worry, Deeski. He made sure to give you all the insults. Not just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
That better? Yep, there we are. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, all of my sources on my computer changed. I hope someone didn't take, like, remote access to my computer or something, because something weird happened earlier, but whatever. Have fun watching me play games with my shirt off, I guess. But yeah, hey, I was saying thank you. I'm not sure if you're our very first subscriber, D-Ski, but you're damn close if you're not. Thank you for 25 months. We really appreciate it. Only everyone else heard that. Only everyone that's streaming heard that. I guess yeah. Really appreciate it. Hi, Dungeon Mr. Ty.
See, this
Aaron's
is
dad.
Whoa, crazy.
I know.
He's a cool
It's
guy.
really weird to see people's families supporting them in their hobbies and their endeavors.
It's strange.
Oh boy. Fucking sad clown Gary is funny.
today on AD Springer, the new talk show on Twitch. Tell me how you really feel. Sorry.
Great, man. Good, very, real good.
No, Jerry Springer totally regretted doing that show. In retrospect, he really didn't like that.
Jerry
And no, we're not related.
Jerry Springer should regret a lot of stuff. Oh man, I never even thought about that. You could be. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I
we're
didn't
not,
think you were.
Are you sure? You should go on the show and find out. Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry.
That seems like the kind of thing a person related to Jerry Springer would say.
Does.
I did ask my parents about it. It's like, because there are different Springer families out there. So it's like, is he the same one as us, or is it a different one?
Oh,
I won't bore you with my genealogy, though.
No, it's actually, I would be probably riveted by the tale. I love genealogy. I think that's awesome.
if I did mine, we'd be here all night. So I'm just gonna. So last time on Fantasy Age, you fools were in the King's Court, kicking it old school.
What are you calling fool?
I meant it in the cool way. In the cool way.
Don't mind me.
I don't mind you. I don't mind you at all, my friend. The king has a king from another kingdom approaching soon and needs things to go well, even though you're investigating some sort of wrongdoing, some sort of occult chicanery going on that might have been responsible for the princess's dreams being stolen. You are sent away to deal with a bandit problem because they are attacking the King's Road. It is the main road from the rest of the island, continent really, that you're on to this kingdom. It is an artery, so the king needs that to be taken care of. You went there, you were accosted by highwaymen, Harnass was stabbed really, really good through the chest, and then you guys killed everybody except one person who you left alive to lead you to where the bandit camp actually is, and you have been hiking through the woods for a while now.
Oh, and we took like didn't we stop to rest or something?
Yeah, I
Am
believe
mistaken?
you set up camp.
Okay. Have we gotten through the rest yet?
In
Changed
the
how much
middle of
HP
the
I have.
night,
Oh no.
they were walking in the woods. But yeah,
Debut music career of Fresh Out the Box. Get their album now on
Spotify.
Spotify. Oh, why Spotify? Anyway, sorry, don't mind me.
Real musicians. But yeah. So yeah, you're in the woods, you're camping, you have this prisoner with you that you tied up, I assume.
With fishing line.
With fishing line, that's right, okay. Now, I'm all caught up in my brain. I was looking for a thing, but it's not important. So, you will wake up early in the morning. It's kind of starting to get to like the cooler times of the year, and the air here, because the continent isn't very wide. It's just kind of humid. It's moist, It's there's a mist settling through the veil, and it has sort of just this cool misting effect on you. You wake up mildly damp. The prisoner is sitting upright, trying to get comfortable, while the rest of you start stirring.
I'm just doing some quick calculations, see how much health I restored. Well, I don't know if I got it all back. So yeah, from Hernatz's point of view, he's very sore, kind of working at his shoulder and checking on his arquebus, making sure it's in fine order. Checking at his, especially with the moist air, I'm checking that my black powder bandolier, like all of them are nice and sealed, so nothing got wet.
Keep your powder dry.
Sleeping outside in your world is dreadful. The ground is cold, the roots are painful. There's just this horrible mist and everything's covered in a fog all the time. This is just awful. Truly awful. When you sleep in the woods where I come from, you're cradled by the tree and awoken by the sweet aroma of forest breeze. Sometimes there's even berries collected for you from the local creatures. This is nothing like that at all.
His complaining is undermined by the squirrel sitting on his shoulder eating a nut with its big old Disney eyes.
So you could take a note of appreciation from your squirrel friend there. After all, the world's beauty can be seen in all things, can it not?
The squirrel will shake his head. Don't bring me into this.
Oh, I am at full. Hooray.
I feel sorry that you have had to spend your life in this world. There's not an ounce of beauty amongst the whole thing so far. You could take all the beauty and put it in a pile, and it would pale in comparison to anything in the Feywild.
Interesting. Looking forward to seeing more of it then.
You underestimate the beauty of the quietness of a wood like this. That musty air. This sort of place tests you. It tries you. And if you're strong enough, you get to live in it.
Yes,
This place is actually rather easygoing for most wildernesses. No one's tried to raid us, murder us, and nothing's tried to eat us.
I do find myself preferring the warm breeze and smell of ambrosia. Forgive me.
An understandable comfort for you, I'm sure.
I'll take you on a hunting trip someday. Show you how to really enjoy the outdoors. I keep telling you, if you just made a nice bed of twigs, you would have been a lot more comfortable.
Yes, and if we shall ever be lucky enough to make it back to the Fae, then I shall take you to the spring of eternal deliciousness. We've yet to come up with a proper name for it, but what spews forth is sort of a honey-like wine. You could drink it for days. But perhaps the spring of mead, now that it's a honey-like wine. That would be a great name indeed.
Presuming that they would allow orcs in your realm.
Oh yes, we haven't any ill will against your kind.
Would one of you fine folks mind terribly helping me use the restroom?
I'll take you, come on. I hoist him up. Get my rifle and jab him in the back to help him, to encourage him, one, that I'm armed, and two, to move that way.
In this realm is a
There we go.
customary nose goes.
We don't have to get into too much detail, but you help him go to the bathroom, right? You don't make him, like, piss himself or anything?
No.
Okay, cool.
And it's with the casualness of, like, it's like, oh, yep, you need to go, all right. You're a prisoner. Like, it's almost like I'm being, and from my point of view, I think I'm being rather nice to him.
I mean,
What? I didn't hit you over the head.
Yeah,
I let you use the bathroom.
you're nice enough.
Other orcs would have just let you, like, oh, that's your problem, friend.
there's a light over at the Frankenstein place. That's funny. But yeah, so you do that. What do the other two of you do while it's going on? You make ready to leave?
Yeah, that's exactly it. We actually have some horses this time to get ready and a camp to break down.
Do you resort to eating trail rations?
That's actually a Hernassa question.
Could I have possibly snagged some stuff through, it wouldn't be tracking per se. It'd probably be something like survival, like hunting during the night and grabbing some food off the road.
Let's check it out.
Setting snares and stuff.
I don't know. I don't think it's perception. I think it's intelligence. It's not willpower. That's for sure.
That's probably intelligence.
It's probably intelligence, yeah. Do I have anything that helps with
Or,
that? Surprisingly.
Dexterity.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
Oh, dexterity is a thing.
Or perception.
I
You
was
could probably use perception, but I mean, it depends on what happens. It changes what your botch does, though.
Yeah, I won't use I wouldn't use tracking because that would mean I would want to set up my I do have a hunter snare if that helps me at all.
Yeah, I'll
And
give
fishing
you.
tap.
I'll take
Go.
it into. I'll lower the difficulty essentially.
Let's go with
Which is
let's use our intelligence. Why not? Kind of overkilled it, but all right.
oh, there it is. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Harness is able to feed all of you dinner last night and breakfast today
Nice.
without too much of an issue. So, I'm gonna give you some because you have stump points. I'm just gonna help you knock those out real quick. You start to learn about the area a bit. You find a couple interesting mosses. The ground is sort of squishy. Because of all the fallen foliage is starting to create a lair during this time of year. And there's kind of a weird warmth coming out of it from the decay, and a sweet smell. But you do also see you notice several different species of arachnid in the trees, and come across some cobwebs. But that's pretty normal. But you notice them.
I actually take care once I notice the cobwebs. I take care not to disturb them, or if I'll actually like walk a little more carefully to make sure I'm not stomping on any spiders. Just because it's one of those like, there's no reason. One, eating spiders is not a great way to survive, and two, ticking off spiders isn't generally a smart idea for an outdoorsman because some of these. So, making an enemy of spiders is not my favorite activity. Does it feel like, just from the terrain, could I possibly determine if there's the weather's turning in a bad way or anything like that, or it looks like it's a bad season? Because I'm not from this island.
The
so
weather is turning, but it seems seasonal.
So it's not a storm, like it's just the season.
You don't see
it's
any
a wet
signs
season.
of a storm. It's just, it's starting to it's that cold time of year.
Okay.
It's beginning to take hold a little bit. But yeah, all of you eat. And, I mean, you're all well fed. Don't have to eat trail rations, so
I make sure the prisoner's fed as well.
he'll appreciate it.
Laura approves of that.
We need to, we tend to be up this far away from the mainland. We'll probably want to get for clothes. It's starting to turn to cold season. I don't know how cold it gets on these islands. I know it gets fairly cold south, but I don't know if it gets warmer or colder up here. But I can feel a chill coming on the air.
It can get pretty cold here.
Like frost on the ground, or are we talking full-on snow?
Full on snow for sure. It blows across the bay from the Northlands, and it takes its grasp on this island. We can have some pretty severe winters for sure.
I've read of areas in this realm reaching up to 4 feet of snow after just one storm. This would be something that happened only once every 30, 40 years or so, but it is possible.
I've heard rumors in the north they can get as high as, I gesture with my rifle, like over my head. Although I also heard there's snow elementals there, but I don't know how true that is.
Let us not be stuck out here then. I should not like to die submerged beneath snow.
You'll all be walking through the woods, and the bandit will be leading you. But he'll start talking to you. Because, everyone's bored. You're walking through the woods all day. I don't know about winter elementals up north, but there are tales of the things you can find up there.
Oh?
To the north there are great cities. But when you turn east past the mountain ranges, that's where the Northmen live. They send out their raiding parties. They say that those men are cursed, and that the dead walk their lands. And what we really feel is the chill of death every winter, reaching across the bay. And he'll pause and do stuff with his hands for emphasis.
Any Nasto with enough steel or black powder will die all the same. Just takes a bit of valor and a bit of
What did you call them? What's a Nasto?
Orcish for monster, and Mal Nasto being a great monster.
Gotcha.
So he's saying Nasto in general.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't realize he said the Orcish for monster. Because that's the word he knows them as. Like, Nasto, obviously. Everyone knows that word, right? Like, no.
I'll say this guy recognizes a little bit of it.
Oh, hey.
It's sort of. Certain words definitely make it into the vernacular. Like Ola and Aloha, that kind of stuff. People know stuff.
Mead.
But he'll be guiding you through. The mist kind of thickens a bit as the day goes on. There's a weird warmth coming from the ground, from the decay, like I said. But eventually, the bandit stops and starts looking around.
I crouch down a little bit and I start looking around.
We have to be careful here, my friend.
Your camp is ahead, or is there something else out here?
This stretch of the wood is dangerous. We haven't seen anything yet, per se, but we've seen sign. And he'll nod towards a tree, and you'll see just big webs, thick strands.
You'll see. You're talking.
You'll see something at the base of a tree wrapped in webbing.
Well, someone's gotten good hunting today.
Sorry, is that a spider web? Of this size?
I haven't seen any of the spiders that make them, but I think so.
I see. Gonna whisper something to Ashalia after that. Some sort of hope we don't see any spiders, please, dear God.
How do you proceed?
Watch your feet and watch for webbing. It'll be very... Once it gets to the bigger kind, it can be a little harder to see because they're not trying to catch flies and small rodents anymore. They're trying to catch us. So be very careful what you walk into.
Yeah, you can see the remains of a wrapped up deer skeleton in a pile of webbing underneath that big web.
As long as we don't disturb them and we'll leave them alone and don't steal their food, they should leave us alone.
To believe that you and your men, your small patrol of men, walk back and forth through this spider-infested forest to your camp.
Like I said, it hasn't been a problem. It's just something we're wary about. Typically, we cut a little further to the west, but I wouldn't mind my captivity ending a little sooner.
I see.
Perhaps
so a shortcut through...
Perhaps we stick to the normal trail.
The problem, and I imagine you're about to tell us the same, that would probably take longer, and it's a lot more open, I imagine. A lot easier to see us.
If we want to get to the camp before nightfall, we cannot deviate.
Suppose the risk of seeing a massive spider is probably worth getting back to the castle a little faster.
Don't you have spiders in the Feywild?
Of course we do, and we stay wary distance of them.
I nod my head like that. Actually, that makes sense. That's the first thing about your realm that has made sense to me.
Yes, they'll often play tricks on you. Trick you into something, bind your soul to an object, and cast it off to a dark wizard or something.
Well, thankfully, these ones just eat you, so it's not quite as bad.
Oh, yes, that too. Yes, they'll eat you too.
Well.
Everyone... Well, let's see. Someone give me a perception check to watch where you're walking.
Nice.
That is not a terrible roll. Whoopsie.
Let's see here. Okay. So, who wants to guide through the forest here?
Oh, I fired up perception.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. But you want to use that to navigate? Or...
Oh, I could roll for navigation. Yeah, I was watching. That was just the ground.
Yeah, that was just to not step on stuff. Okay.
Nice. Very good. 16,
where were all these rolls last time?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot. You are able to get through a lot of the forest pretty quickly. The bandit seems pretty impressed. He's like, "Oh wow, not your first time in the woods."
I appreciate the challenge.
One of the other two of you make a perception check.
I'm canonically not super perceptive. Kind of a little bit in my head half the time.
That said,
I'll be looking around then, and I've got a 13 on my roll.
All is well. So you do start walking to an area. The trees kind of thicken up around you, and so do the spider webs. You're not in the big webs, but there are a lot of the cobwebs in your way now. The smaller spiders have this area. Let's see how this goes. I'm curious about something.
for a lot of the smaller webs, because I know I'm up near the front helping guide people, I'll kind of lightly jostle some of the webs if I see a spider that's close to be in someone's way, so the spider kind of gets spooked enough to get out of the way. That way the spider doesn't get squished or ran into.
And every once in a while while you're doing that up front, somewhere in the middle of the line, you'll hear like a snap of the fingers as I light a little mage flint every now and again to burn a little patch of cobweb that I might run into. That's that cantrip kind of thing.
Okay.
I can light a small fire at the snap of a fingers or create a small shower of sparks.
Dope. So, okay. What's the order you're walking in?
Bandit, me. I don't know who's behind me though.
I could be. I'll take middle.
I'm at the back of the group.
Gary, make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh no.
Triple sixes. I rolled a 20 with 6 front points.
Okay.
You can't touch me.
Man, you've dealt with spiders in your world. Good
I
golly.
told you, stay away from them.
The hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you instinctively move to the side as the tree that you were standing next to is engulfed in webs.
Oh.
Like
Like
something fired and blasted
Oh,
the
yeah.
web.
like
Can I
a
wheel
fire
around
hose of web blasts the tree next to you.
Can I wheel around and see the source of the blast?
Yeah, you turn around and you don't see it at first because you're looking at eye level, but above you there is a spider roughly the size of a hound with its butt pointed at you. Go ahead and roll some initiatives here, folks.
Yeah, you little bugger. It's like, well, if I can take the shot, I'll take the shot. Why not? Yeah, you little bastard.
Unfortunately, they did notice you, and they had been following you, and they've been stealthing very well.
That makes
Okay.
that makes sense.
Laura's left.
It works. I'm a little frozen with shock at this moment.
It happens. That's Hernas there.
I'm not last.
Solwyn. So for is that your initiative that you rolled?
Yes.
So because you got like 6 stump points twice in a row, you can just go first.
Okay, yeah, I won't argue with that.
Easy
That
initiatives
seems-
5, 4.
Seems like a fair ruling. So this guy just blasted his butt at me, and I do not want to be butt blasted again, but better than not being butt blasted, I would like to keep him from butt blasting my buddies. So, let's see what kind of spell I have to prevent the butt blasting. Disorient. I would like to move within 10 yards of him, which is 30 feet. Would you say I'm already 30 feet away, or do I need to get closer?
Yeah, you're probably fine.
Cool. So from here, I'm gonna wheel around and bring my gauntlet up towards him, point it at him, and say, Ole el Kalazim! And try to cast Disorient. I have rolled 18. I was looking for an 11, so I made it. He needs to do a willpower self-discipline against a 14. Did my spell power go up when we leveled up, Aaron? Was that a thing?
Your spell power. Actually, I don't know.
I don't believe so. I believe it's tied to your willpower.
Ah,
If your willpower goes up, then potentially.
Well, now I have to double check.
I'll have to check that too, because I put my willpower up in the past, but not this time. So it probably is still right. It's
I have
probably
to
still
beat
14.
your spell power?
That is correct.
Then I am disoriented.
All right.
You got the butt blaster?
Yes, the guy who attempted to blast me with his butt, he fails his test, so he's a -2 to all of his tests. He moves at half speed, and he can make a new willpower test at the start of each of my turns.
Alrighty.
And I may take a step or two behind Belor at this point and put that shield in between me and the bad guys.
-2 all tests and moves at half speed. That's pretty good. Alright, he's gonna go, but he can't make a new test until your turn, right? Which makes sense.
That's it. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
He makes it at the start of all of my turns.
Well, he's going to... yeah, he's going to... I mean, he's going to lunge at you. Yeah, he's gonna jump... Yeah, he's just going to jump off the tree. He's going to leap at... I guess Belor, since Belor's in front of you now.
Perfect.
Is anyone afraid of spiders? You guys okay? No one's
Yeah, it's
horribly
not a-
I like
arachnophobic?
spiders. Real life.
No phobias
Okay,
for me.
good. Just making sure. Some people can't handle it. With the Lord,
I used to be phobic of video games. I actually really like.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've heard of that before, actually.
Real spiders don't freak me out at all. I love them.
Interesting. Well, I mean, God, if you've ever played, what's it? Overgrown? No.
Grounded.
Oh, with the giant.
Yeah, where you're
Grounded.
like little kids, Honey, I Shrunk the... Grounded. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those spiders are they have demon voices.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's-
Video game
it's-
spiders are all creepy.
You can turn them off though, and then they're just floating potatoes instead of horrible spiders. They have arachnophobia mode, but yeah.
They have a spider
I love that.
slider. They have a slider for your fear of spiders, and depending on where you put it, like you can make it like a 2-legged or like a 4-legged to 2-eyed spider, so it's not so bad. Or you can like reel it all the way down where it's just a cute floating little body and face.
They'll still kill
Which is
you,
almost
but yeah.
pretty nightmarish because then you can't see the legs that attack you, but they're still there and they still attack you.
Oh,
so
no.
it doesn't really
Creepy.
help.
Yeah. Cursed
See, I'm less
spiders.
scared, but now the
Yeah.
fight's harder.
It's the spider with invisible legs. Isn't that better?
Oh man,
That looks like a potato.
It's horrifying. Belor, you have been attacked by this thing. It has hit you.
Ugh.
It generated stunt points.
Mm-mm. I dislike.
And so I'm hitting you for 10
Okay.
as it knocks
That's
you
not too bad.
prone,
That's not great. That's really not great.
and then does a special stunt that only spiders can do, where it injects poison into you.
Nice.
So it just leaps towards Solwyn, but he's behind you, knocks you to the ground, and bites you, and you feel the venom, the hot venom, pump into your skin. The
and
poison,
I cry out in pain.
the poison debilitates the victim, who suffers -2 penalty to dexterity, fighting, and accuracy until the end of the encounter, or until they receive magical healing. So you can heal yourself of it, but
Okay. Good to know.
yeah.
Sorry. Oopsie.
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that part, but hey, it's all right. A little transparency never hurt anybody. It still sucks that it happened to you. You are knocked prone, which
I think the
means
transparency makes sense too. She is a cleric healer from a church, and they probably have seen healing magic get rid of poison bites before from
that's
snakes.
very fair. Yeah, it feels like the kind of thing Belor would know.
Yeah.
So any melee character making an attack against you until you get up gets +1 on the attack roll.
Because you're prone.
Yeah. Okay. So boom. That's spider numero uno. That was the one that was disoriented.
Just lucky roll.
I rolled really, really high. Turn S.
How many spiders are there? Just one?
So you can do a free perceptibles. You can look. I'll let you look.
Sure.
As like a minor action.
13.
Let's see if you see anything. It's just this one.
I'll say to the prisoner, stay low and stay close. There's only one, but other ones might hear the disturbance.
He's hiding. Yeah, he's crouched down near you.
I'm going to aim my arquebus at the one that's on top of Balor and squeeze the lever and back, fire off a shot.
Kaboom!
And aiming for me gives me +2 instead of +1. So, hooray. And I've just recently increased my black powder ability, so I'm actually really good at shooting. More than I already was.
Boom!
That's not 15, that's 16.
That's a hit.
What is his dex? 1, 0, or -1?
No.
Well, I don't get bonus damage. It's a spider, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, they're pretty dexterous.
And one some point I don't think is enough to reload for free. It's not the end of the world, but I'm gonna double check.
It's a good question, Gary. Yeah, so no birds in the immediate area go anywhere because there are no birds nearby, but you can hear them go off in the distance because your gun's very loud.
Yeah. And rapid reload with the one stun point. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
17 damage.
That's not bad, friend. That's not bad. Let's see here. 17 damage minus something. Alrighty, you tear into this thing. You can hear the buckshot like thunk into its exoskeleton, and you hear like some crackage. It definitely did not enjoy that. Its body gets pushed. It's gonna be off of you now and like standing to the side.
Damn, I missed. I mutter. I was aiming for the head.
It's fair. Hernas, make a dexterity acrobatics check.
15.
You dive out of the way as the tree behind you is spiderweb bukakied. It's ruined.
But blasted.
Butt blasted. There you go. It just hits. It hits with that wet sound, and then it solidifies very quickly. Some of it gets on the bandit, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like he's pretty scared. Matt, screw it. Do it again.
From that first shot, because of the stun points, I'm going to skirmish. I don't know if this will help me or hurt me. I'm going to try to skirmish behind cover such that... I just realized I have to figure out my perspective to the camera. I'm going to skirmish such a way that I'm trying to put a tree between me and whatever in the direction of where that first shot came from.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know if that helps you with the second one.
It does not help you with the second one.
Worth trying. 13.
You dive forward again, and there's webs. You can see there's 2 more spiders in the trees, similar size. But that was what they used their turn to do. They tried to take one of you out with their webs. We're gonna pop to Balor. You're on the ground and poisoned.
Yes, I am on the ground and poisoned. I roll like away from the spider and pop myself up. Trying to take advantage actually of Hernas's gunshot. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself with magical healing to try to oust that poison before it becomes worse, is Balor's fear. That'll do it. And that's going to be 3d6 plus 4.
As you put your hand on yourself, I almost said the wrong damn thing. You feel the wound eject the poison.
Perfect.
I don't need
And
anybody.
that's gonna heal me more than full from there, which
Hell
is
yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, that's
So-
21 points of healing.
They caught you by surprise. You just get yourself back up and back. You
Mhm.
get yourself right.
I drop my Morning Star, and then that's it.
Solwyn. Balor is not dead, despite previous estimations.
Whoa, cool. How things change so quickly. That's great that you're not dead. That works out for all of us. Seeing what just happened, I'm going to go ahead and try to enchant Balor's armor. And I'll hold my hand up and touch her back and say, Avir Enchantro. And I rolled an 11. I was looking for a 10, so I got it. You get +1 to your armor. I will move again to put you in between me and the monster. I know you had to roll to get up. So I'm going to move along with you and make sure that you're steady on your feet, enchant your armor, and say, should we stay here and fight this thing, or should we get the hell out of these woods?
Looking around into the mist, I think we're gonna have to stay and fight. I'd hate to run onto another.
It does seem like they would have the advantage in a chase. It's kind of narrow here. They picked their. It seems like they picked their spot really well. These things are smart.
Gross.
Yeah, I know, right? Not too smart, but they're smart enough. You feel this ancient elven magic pour over you in a familiar protective motion. The dazed spider that is at your feet is annoyed that you are fine. So he's going to try to kill you.
That's fair.
Yeah, plus
His dazed
one.
thing might be gone, by the way.
His what?
His dazed might be gone by now because
All right.
Boy went.
I have to make a save here.
Yep.
What am I trying to beat? Your spell power? Right, Solon? 14? Cool. So he does not break the
Yes.
daze, which causes him to miss the attack.
Very good news.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's always nice when those pan out. Harness.
Reloading.
Reload.
No. I was thinking about spider on the ground, two up in the one I just shot on the ground's pretty badly.
It's pretty hurt. Pretty hurt. Still fully functional, but still pretty hurt.
I am going to find cover behind a tree to kind of break the line of shots with the other two spiders up in the trees. I'm gonna aim and fire my arquebus. Actually, no, I do not move because moving requires me to lose my minor. So I just aim up at one of the spiders.
Yeah, you don't want to lose a miner in the woods.
Oh, actually, the guys up in the trees. See, are they within 12 yards or 12 units of measurement? Whatever this game uses, I forget which it is.
Yes.
Oh, well,
They have to be within 12 yards in order to use their webs. So yes, they must be.
bang. That's 12.
Okay. It's going to skitter around the tree and start coming down the tree, and in doing that, you shoot the tree. It's going to leap from the tree, and it's going to make out with her nas. It's like, ooh, okay. I did generate stunt points, but it's only one, so I can't poison you or knock you prone.
He can skirmish.
I can't skirmish, which is nothing. It's a nothing.
Move 2 yards. Wee.
It's gonna reload its butt.
Nice.
Oh God, raid.
You know what? That is what it's gonna do. It can rapid reload. These things. It doesn't say. It says they can just do the web thing whenever they want to. But I was just gonna have them do it once. But this one has its charge back. But it still attacks you physically. What's your defense?
Number is 12. 12?
Oh yeah, I hit the
Sorry,
crap
12,
out of you.
yeah.
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 What up, Mr. Kapow?
Mr. Kapow!
Michael Powell.
Take 8
Ow.
minus whatever your armor is. Yeah, hey, thanks for the raid, Toyzilla Network. I hope that y'all were doing something cool. What's up, Mr. Kapow? I forget your co-host name. Don't you have a co-host? Is it Diego?
David. His name's David.
David. That's right. I knew it was a D name. But hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, that's a cool... Is that a Minecraft guy? Looks like a Minecraft face kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. All right. Yeah, it hit you. It did some damage.
It did some damage,
One of the
unfortunately.
spiders runs up, bites your shin. It hurts. It is not pleasant. It doesn't kill you. So I guess it makes you stronger. The other spider he's just gonna leap. They like the pack tactic. He's gonna leap over his friend. I guess his friend got in the way. He does not hit you. I rolled really bad on that one. But it happens. So you're now facing off two spiders, point blank. Not your ideal situation. Belor, there's one spider near you. You see these other two come down from the trees to attack Hernas.
Yes. I look to Solwyn and I say, interfere this one, and I'm gonna break from the spider and try to get to Hernas.
Okay.
Hernas, how wounded are you looking?
Not very. I look more annoyed than anything.
Okay, cool. So I'll saddle up next to you to kind of take some of the heat off. And as I do, I'll put my hand on your shoulder and go ahead and put on Hero's armor. So now you have 5 armor.
Okay, cool.
For all whole bunch of my points. But yes.
Then from the trees bursts out a mutton-chopped fish man, yelling, "Hey, I'm here too! Don't you remember?" As my brother's character is still here, I just kind of forgot.
There's also that noble guy who's with us.
Man, there is. I did forget about him. What's his
Yeah,
name?
the noble guy.
My bad. He did offer to come.
My favorite thing to do as a game master is like, yeah, plus those two guys are over there fighting some spiders also. And
Yeah,
they'll
that's
finish
fair.
fighting theirs right
Yeah.
as soon as you finish fighting yours.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like that better than me just adding them. Oh man, we're dealing with these spiders over here. It's this sissy boy is real fancy with his sword. That's real good. That's how Lawrence talks, right?
Yeah, that's
Suddenly
pretty
want to
much
leave
it.
Lawrence in the woods. Let the spiders
Yeah.
get him.
They can stay here.
They can stay here, yeah. Oh, we've got them just where we want them.
I'm afraid we can't hear you. Bye, Lawrence. Bye.
I said, all right, Soul win.
Yo.
Your turn.
So now there's one sort of in front of me. He's a few feet away. Belor has broken off. She's gone over to aid Hernasa in his business. So I am going to just go for one of those little arcane blast basics on this feller. Let's throw dice and see what happens. I've rolled a 16.
A not very
And,
often used ability. Fuck yeah. That, I believe, hits 16.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's a
rolled a
hit.
16 and 8 damage. So I pull up my arm, I grab my arm, and an arcane blast fires out from this broken gem that's embedded in my gauntlet.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah. It is your turn, so that means he's going to try to save against being disoriented again.
And he technically has a -2 to that save.
He does not. He does not save. He rolled even worse than last time. All right. Well, he's going to go. You're fighting a disoriented spider. He's a little drunk.
He may not be able to get to me.
How far away are you?
His movement speed is halved, and I'm as far away as I could be for an arcane blast, which is probably 30 feet, I would guess.
Oh, that's fair.
That does possibly mean he's within range of us, though.
Well, actually, not to be that person, but Arcane Blast is actually only 16 feet.
16 feet.
which
Thank
might
you,
give you
Aaron.
more of a metric for sure.
So he can only go 7 of those 16. So he'll stumble towards it. I mean, he'll double move, and that'll put him within like 3. In case he can move regular styles next time. He's within 3 of you.
He's close. He's hovering over me. He's, towering with his nasty spider and his dripping fangs and hair, a bunch of beady, gooey little eyes.
Yeah, they're big. Now that you're seeing them, they are big, hairy, brown spiders. They look a lot like recluses, just big.
Poor things. They're just hungry.
Yeah, they are mostly just hungry.
Unfortunately, we are perfect size for them.
Hernats.
I look to the bandit and I say, "Do you know how to shoot one of these?" I gesture at one of the pistols as I'm starting to draw it away from my belt. As a free action, because I'm a gunslinger now. I'm doing it as I'm talking to him.
You're talking to the bandit?
Yep.
I can manage.
I will grab my hatchet, and I'll turn and I'll swipe at the at his spines.
Fishing line.
Yep. And then I'm gonna flip the gun around and hold it by. It's loaded. I hold it out to him. I can't hand it to him because I have to use an action to chop, but I'm letting him take a loaded pistol from me.
That's fair.
If you don't help us kill these things, they're gonna come after you very quickly. So
he'll take it. And he's immediately gonna fire it. Yep. What's your defense? No, I'm just kidding.
That would be a mistake. 2 boons, yay! Thank you.
We have first time chatter. Litloff says, "Ooh, spotters," which I appreciate.
Spotters.
I've never heard them called spoders before, and I appreciate it. And then they hit you with the boon. So yeah, excellent.
Perfect.
Welcome to the chat.
Loth.
Does it say Loth? I do love me some Loth.
Lee Thoth. I'm just choosing to see Loth there.
I also saw
D&D.
Loth, but I didn't want, even though I'm running a game of Fantasy Age, I didn't want to be like, hey, check out how dirty.
Isn't it? It's Elite Loth though, right? That's.
It does look like it says Loth. Yeah.
That's Elite Loth. That's my spider.
The dark
queen,
spider
right?
god.
Spider Queen, yeah.
I know spiders and assassins when I smell them.
What if Fortune is like coming to the chat with that name?
Oh, in the right place.
Right place, right time.
I think I should summon the goddess of spider. No, okay. So this
we would die.
person shoots the spider. What's the damage on the gun?
1d6 plus 3 plus his accuracy.
Alrighty, he shoots a pistol and it blasts into one of these spooters for a decent amount. It does find purchase, and then he'll start to fumble with your powder. He'll like you feel him take it off your belt and be like, "I'm gonna reload." Yeah. Okay, you. Yeah,
Does he have? I hate to say this. Does he have a stump point left, like one stump point?
No.
Yeah, it takes a major action to reload.
So. I'm just saying that so that you know that that's what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah.
On his like next turn.
Yeah. While he's reaching, I do kind of lean out of his, grab one of the bandoliers off me. Like I'm letting him know I don't mind him reloading.
That spider is going to bite you.
Yeah. Ow.
Maybe not.
Probably.
No. Yes, definitely bites you. My bad.
Yeah, my defense is garbage.
Yeah, your defense is trash. They get a pretty decent, sizable plus to it as well. So, not too bad on the damage. You get bitten for a 6er, as the fangs more scratch at your leg than anything.
And the magical armor helps make that just a 1 point HP bruise.
Ooh, not bad. Thank you, Lethoff, for the bits. We were offered bits.
Yes, thank you very much.
Altar, and the boons will flow. See, I'd want to run that game where people like accidentally like get too much like idol worship from their stream and become gods. And then like the slippery slope therein. So
Leechy.
the other spider is going to. This one will go for Balor. Balor's right there. And you did come here
fine.
with the intention of taking some heats. So here comes
Sure.
some heats.
Miami Heat.
And by heats, I mean this spider is going to like climb on you and bite you, and then like crawl over you and like be behind you for a nice
Uncomfortable.
hefty 10.
Minus.
Minus, I think, 1 for Gary's Elven Magic Armor.
Hey, I'll take that. Very appreciated, and also ouch.
Yeah.
I feel like too many monsters do 2d6. Like, it says
Makes sense because we have for a fighter. That's to make fighters blink.
That's fair.
It's rogues and mages. We are squishy.
You guys are the squishies. That's why it always seems a little brutal. Because this is often the core party. Yeah, we'll pop on it
We're fine.
over to Balor. Balor, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, as the spider crawls over me, does its bite and everything, I'm gonna twist with it as it comes in the back and try to smash it with the Morning Star.
Yeah.
That'll do something for 10 points of damage
Ooh.
with a little twist.
How much
And
did
a
you hit it
backstep.
for? The 13?
10.
Do you have any points by chance?
Boon.
No,
Just got boon.
unfortunately. Oh, I have boons.
You just got a boon.
You just got a boon. If you spend
I
it,
do.
you can hit. That
Oh, yeah.
a 13 does not
do that.
actually hit, unfortunately.
We'll do that then. Yeah, we'll burn a boon.
You want to hit that hefty 10? Yeah,
I
absolutely.
do want to hit the hefty 10, yeah. Spider's
Hitting
the worst.
That hefty 10. And this is the one that hit you, right?
Yes. mhm.
You whack, and you hear its exoskeleton crunkle a little bit. Just a little crack. A little satisfying little crack. Like you hit a tree bark. There's a bit of a thud. The spider lets out a shriek. It does not appreciate what you did. Back to the top of the
good.
order, Solwyn. Wait. Yeah, that was Balor's turn. Okay.
And there's still the one in front of me. He's 3 feet away. He's closing in. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to move my 14. And then I'm going to Arcane Blast this fella. Or I'm going to try. I've rolled a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So even... Because Disorient doesn't give them any minuses to defense, right?
It just says tests.
You
And I
do
don't
have a
think-
boon
It's not a test.
I
You do
don't
have a
think you're
boon.
making a defense test.
from Avenging Penguin.
I will re-roll that 1 then.
Ooh, yeah. Thanks, Avenging Penguin. I've been
Is
dropping
a
the ball.
14 Is a 14 a hit?
14 is a hit.
Hey, thanks, Pango. I
14
needed
is a
that
hit.
+1. You're the business man. Thanks for the save.
Spider screams of something that's as big as a hound.
All right. So I hit, and I will do 8 damage
Not
again
bad.
this time. I run again through this kind of foresty forest that it's all covered in cobwebs. It's dark even though it's daylight. I'm running. I wheel around as soon as I make it as far as I can. Deep breaths. Panicked. Boom! Fire one more shot from my arcane blast and nail the spider.
That one flatlined? Died, sorry. Mixing my games.
You said 8. No, it is not dead.
Oh, no.
Is
I
it
forgot how beefy these
Does
are.
Arcane Blast do penetrating? Or is it just hit like normal?
I think it's just a hits like normal.
Okay. Yeah, so it thunks into this thing. Its skeleton does crack. Like you can see some of its spider goos coming out. It is going to no longer be disoriented.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is very hurt. Let me check something here.
It might just fully screw this. I don't want to die.
There's a reason why animals have morale training. Often.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing that saves you from animals. Animals sometimes. Whereas spirits and undead don't bother because they don't care.
It does start disappearing behind the trees.
Yep.
Yeah, I assume they gave it morale training because, animals don't typically fight to the death unless they are like defending a nest or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, he ran away. Herness.
Alright, that's empty. He took that one. He wants to reload. I'm gonna free action draw my second pistol. And there's 2 on us. One that's on me, one that's on Balor.
Correct.
Are either of them looking hurt?
They are both hurt.
I'll presume. Who did he shoot at?
The one that's attacking you guys. As opposed
There's
to the
2.
one that's attacking Balor. One of them's attacking Balor
okay.
specifically.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm gonna shoot the one that's attacking the rogues, as it were. And I'll aim because I can. Because yay, gunslinger. Pulling the pistol didn't cost me anything. Well, it cost me a free, but you know. 16 to hit.
That is hit.
Oh, no stop points. That hurts.
Correct. Your gun goes off.
12 damage.
12 damage. As the bullet hits and ricochets off its carapace and leaves kind of a gouge in its back as it does so. Your buddy, the bandit, is going to reload as his major action. There is now a loaded pistol amongst you. Now the spider is going to... This is the one that reloaded his butt. Make a dexterity acrobatics check. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh.
you.
What did I do?
You shot it.
You got gooed up with web, is what you did.
12.
Okay, you. This is pretty close. Some of your hair like gets stuck to the tree. You're like ah. Yeah, you got a little web in your hair, but you are not stuck.
Not in the hair.
It was oh no. It's okay. D-Ski says it's good for your skin.
Well, actually. Anyway.
But yeah, so that one does that on its turn. The other one is going to continue its epic duel with Balor. What's your defense?
Bring it. My defense is 11.
Okay, I do hit you. I don't want to do it again, but I'm going to anyways.
It makes sense for the spider. It's their best move.
How do you know?
I've ran too many spiders.
Oh, you're talking about the web?
Eh.
Oh no, he hit with his fangs, and he's going to.
Oh no!
The spider's
yeah.
other best move.
Yeah.
So you got
What a jerk.
it's gonna sink its fangs like right into your chest, and you feel that hot venom just burn your veins. Is it just my voice? Does my voice just make everything sound, or do I just have?
I did
word
not
choice?
say a word.
Okay.
Clear my throat aggressively.
So you are once again poisoned. I'm sorry. But yeah, also take a lot of damage.
How much damage was it?
12.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
know.
That's what happens when them
Cool.
sixes pop up on them dice.
That's fine. That's fine. It's cool.
It is your turn. You have -2 on dexterity fighting and accuracy checks.
Okay, and then just to confirm, currently only me and Hernasa have any wounds, right? Did Solon catch any?
I don't think he caught any.
No, you're just able to escape, right?
Solon's what they call in the business a slippery shit.
Yeah,
He was kiting that one.
I'm made
That's fair.
completely out of Laffy Taffy from the head to the floor.
It's true. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum,
Well, we're not going to
bum,
go the medic route. We're going to go the
Shake
combat
the Laffy Taffy.
medic route.
Oh yeah, good.
We're just going to retaliate for that venom bite. But a 13 doesn't hit, does it?
Especially now with a -2.
Oh god, it is -2. Okay, fine. I'll do the boon, and we'll do the thing, and we'll
You gonna
re-roll
reroll
that.
that one.
I'm gonna get a 6 right now. Okay, well, you know what?
Let's see. That's +2.
I think that's exactly the minimum I needed.
It's actually so that's so with
There's
the
one
+2,
less.
you get a 15, right? -2 is one below what you need.
Oh,
Yep.
that venom is
Mhm.
rough.
So I'm just gonna say the spider is on you, just pumping venom into your chest, and you are doing your damnedest to fight it, but it's starting to take its toll.
That sounds fair.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry, Ballard.
Juicy.
It's cool. It's cool.
Someone.
I do this to myself.
It's a super juicy turn. This guy who is a spider, who's not a guy at all. He's just a spider. This guy,
Hey, I'm
blast
webbing
him.
here.
I'd like to blast this guy with my hand blasting arcane blast. I've rolled an 11, which is a miss, and I don't have the points this time.
He's gonna dive off of Ballard, and you're just gonna hit her full on. No, I'm just kidding.
So, in usual in fashion, I'm gonna run and turn around and fire, but I don't want to just keep running too far. I want to run away from this combat and run into something else. So before I run too far this time, I'm gonna look around at my surroundings and make sure I don't run into something.
That's fair. There are go ahead. Well, let's make this fun. Let's make it exciting. Give me a Dexy boy. Give me a dexterity.
Oh,
Acrobatics.
Dexy boy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh
So
no!
you're running through the
You
woods.
did just get a boon. I don't know if that will help with that kind of
There's-
roll.
It's too low.
Yeah, even if I rolled a 6, I would have a high of a 9.
You're
Well,
running,
you have one consolation.
running through the woods, and you blast backwards, right? But
Yeah.
Ballard and this spider kind of wrap it up, and they're like moving around, and it just hits a tree. Then you look where you're going after you started running, which is key. And
Yep.
you
Oh no!
right in the spider web. So happy I have the rules for how to get out of it right here. Thanks, age system.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like running through the woods. Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so you into a spider web. A bit of a sticky situation, my friend.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. There it is. Hernas.
I am going to cancel you through a campaign of harassment. No, I am.
Gary, you got put.
Yeah, I saw it. I am going to minor action guard up +2 to my defense, and I'm going to major action reload my rifle because I am dry, unfortunately. So my turn.
The
comes
bandit
and goes.
shall fire his pistol that you loaned him. He's not that good at shooting a pistol, my friend. He shoots and does not score. A bullet just shoots off into the trees.
Oh, he's probably not an archer bandit. Shoot. All right.
He's not, no.
So his perception is actually isn't probably good.
This spider has so much confidence that he's going to be fine. He rolled really high on his morale check to not run away from that gunshot.
Yeah, 'cause
If
we're
it had
really
been
loud right now.
if it had been an attack roll, he would probably murder somebody. It was pretty good. It was a really good roll. All right, now it's going to murder you. This spot, maybe not. Maybe not.
14 is my new number.
Ooh, this spider leaps at you, and you just push it to the side with your gun butt as it lands on the tree and just kind of starts crawling on it, like watching you, thinking about what to do next. Ballard, you are locked in an almost intimate embrace as you and the spider roll around as it is trying to eat you. It feels like it's physically trying to eat you now, which is probably upsetting.
It's a little bit. Didn't expect to get eaten by a spider somewhere during this journey, so. What's my defense? Did you just ask me that? It's 11.
I did not. No, it's, wait. Oh yeah, 8 goes before you, my bad.
Oh, yeah,
I was like giving you your turn, but you remembered the right turn order, my bad. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna bite you. It knocks you to the ground. Because I've been using creatures' favorite stunts more often because that's why they're there. And it's going to attempt to disarm you.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
All right, make an opposed attack roll against it. Yours has -2 because you're poisoned. I did not roll very good though.
Like with my 13.
So with the -2, you still beat its number. It did not roll very good. So
Nice.
it tries to knock your morning star out of your hands, and you just pick it up above your head. It is your turn.
Perfect.
Well, you're gonna take some damage for sure.
Keep away. Keep away.
Before that, you got 10 coming your way. You still have the elven armor.
Man, this clock is running low. We're gonna go ahead though and just be in the bloodthirst and bring that morning star down in retaliation.
Hell yeah! The thunder.
Nice. All fours.
Except I keep forgetting about the -2,
Yo,
so it's not gonna land.
Oh no, it's not gonna land. Below.
That's okay. That's okay.
You don't have any boons.
I'm out of boons. I only got the 2.
Can I loan one of
used
mine?
the
I have
2.
like 4.
If you have, you could loan her one.
Loan me a boon. I am grateful. Then can we just bump that to 15 then?
Yeah, you
For
can
the
bump that
hit?
up.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll let you spend a boon to hit. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you for letting me have your boon for that. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, I don't know. Now you have
you just
one.
got booned again.
Hey,
you just got booned.
Thank you.
Twice.
I appreciate that because I'm
Thank
running
you.
low on hit points.
Thank you, audience. Hey, sometimes people roll bad and it's not fun.
It's horrifying.
Go
So I'm
ahead.
just looking up really quick to see if I can what I can do with those stunt points. So we're gonna mighty blow for 2. And then we're gonna defensive stance.
That's smart. Yep.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that. That's okay. Okay.
So let's
Get
roll
back in
damage.
this.
That's right. So 12 points of damage to hit.
You push this spider away. You clock it with your hammer, your morning star, and then you stand with your feet spread apart, ready. You're not
Yes.
going to go down that easily. So 12.
And I am
you said.
bleeding profusely. Yes, 12.
It's really weird.
There's like 2 big old spots where there's like blood just pouring out through my cleric's robe right now.
So weird.
Beautifully.
You and Hernas.
Beautifully. It looks great. Honestly.
The spider that you're hurting and the spider Hernas and the bandit are fighting, y'all are doing the exact same numbers.
That's awesome.
Just
That is
like
awesome.
it's really weird. Math.
Serendipity.
That's right.
That was your turn. I'll see if it runs away because it's pretty hurt now. No, its morale's too high. All right, Solwyn, you're stuck in a
I'm
spider's web.
Stuck. I am. I'm gonna try to unstuck myself, and then that'll probably be my turn because I bet it's real sticky.
probably
It
major
takes
action
a
again,
major action and a strength might test.
Oh, buttons.
Can I add like a +2 for using the little fire cantrip to make a little flame to help?
I will let you light the web on fire as long as you appreciate that you just lit the web you're stuck to on fire. You can do it.
Oh, because if you fail the check, you're next to a burning web.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's do it then. I'll take the +2 for the chance to be
You
stuck
do
on a
weaken the
burning
web by lighting on fire, but it is on fire. That's all I'm saying. Go
This
ahead.
seems like a fun trade. I
It
like
does
this.
seem like a very exciting trade.
I've rolled triple ones.
Oh, God in heaven.
Oh boy, it's okay. It's gonna get weaker every turn, but in the meantime, take 6.
6?
Yeah, take 6.
Minus your armor.
I don't have armor. Don't worry.
You're a mage. Never mind. Sorry.
Nope, it's just 6 fire damage to my soft
It's
skin.
okay. You couldn't have possibly done anything better. My favorite
No.
turn this
Oh
session.
God.
Ernest, it's your turn.
Good God. So there's still Mean Boy who's trying to eat.
Yeah, it's still Mean
Still
Boy
moving.
trying to eat you. It's still Mean Boy trying to eat.
Aim,
Aaron.
Markabus, squeeze the lever.
Yeah. Shellac.
I do have to hit. So many rounds are being used. This is a very expensive fight. 14.
Oh, you get a +1 because you aimed.
Yep, because I have firearm
Good.
style.
You do hit.
Rapid reload. My
Oh, yeah.
Arquebus.
Yeah.
Can
You got some
I?
points.
That doesn't make sense. Well, I'll ask. No, I'd need to grab it and reload it. There's a thing. Never mind. I will pierce armor for 1 because I have that ability.
Okay.
Make sure I'm not cheating.
No, that
Maybe I
sounds right.
Remember.
So you have its armor rounded down for this attack. Good.
Pinpoint attack. Yeah. No. What the hell is it? I'm making sure I actually have that ability.
I'm pretty sure you do. Because you've done it before.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, weak points. 1 instead of 2. I still have 1 more left. Moving away does not help anybody. It just puts everyone in danger. Oh, the other part of skirmish. Well, I'm gonna skirmish the spider as I fire at him and force him to move 2 yards away from me.
Okay. Yeah.
Now damage. 10.
10's not bad. Plus you have their armor for this turn rounded down. That's pretty good damage, yeah. You see blood come out of this thing, and it makes another morale check. Ooh. This one, it was sitting on the tree wondering if it should attack you again. You shot it, it started bleeding, and it said, no thank you. And it left.
They got shot, probably fell got flung away by 2 yards, hit the ground, went, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
The bandit, seeing the dire situation that Balor is in, is gonna run over there and jump on the thing's back. Okay. Okay. Contested fighting check. All right. This bandit jumps on the spider's back and is now grappling the spider, giving anyone that wants to hit it a +2.
It
Balor,
beat the spider to grapple check. Get away with
he
you.
did. He did.
Nice.
The spider surprisingly does not have a lot of bonuses to that.
Sounds like a
All right, because of
line.
weapon stuff.
Sounds like a line from a Bard's song. Like, oh, yes, he was able to beat a spider in a grappling match.
Yeah.
A giant spider, the size of a horse.
This guy does any more cool shit. We're gonna have to give him a name.
Wow.
Balor, it is your turn. The bandit. I got him. I'm
gonna try and take advantage of that. I do a little step and a twirl, but I stumble, but it's fine, and I swing the Morning Star. And it's not fine, apparently.
You have boons. You have lots of boons.
Oh, I do have boons. I was booned
You have,
all
2
because
right
I've
now.
been failing repeatedly. That's true. I'll use 1. We'll re-roll the 1. There it is. That's what we're looking
that also
for.
generates 6 stun points.
Yep. So we're gonna lethal blow this thing, of course.
No kidding.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
honestly, if there's anything extra, I don't even think I'll need it. But
Lethal, how much does that take of your 6?
it'll take 5,
5.
so I'll just have 1. So
Skirmish is all you have left. You might want to try Mighty Blow plus Pierce, because it does have natural armor of some kind.
that's true. That's true.
Those
So
both
some of your
viable
armors- some of your hidden
options. Yeah.
There are a lot of options. Actually, let's do this. Let's do... Oh, sorry. Just kidding. We're gonna just lethal blow. We're just gonna lethal blow.
Lethal
We're just
blow's
gonna
good.
try and overpower those things.
Yeah, you might do enough damage that his armor won't matter anyway.
Exactly. So that's the base. That's 12, or yeah, 12. So 19 points of damage.
19 damage. Thwack. You crack this thing open like my mama's cannoli. All right, you know what I'm saying?
No, not really. Please explain.
We're still in the Italian talking place, so I was trying it out.
I didn't know you could crack it.
This spider is the only one that actually gets straight up killed. You uppercut it in the face with a morning star, and its face is gone. It falls to the ground. Its legs twitch a bit as it falls down dead. As you stand alive on the field of victory, Soul
Help!
in a flaming
Help me!
web.
Help!
That is where we're gonna go ahead and take our break here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all the first time chatters. Thank you everyone for booning and dooming and loving the stream. We really appreciate it. We will be back in like 7-ish minutes. All right, see ya. All right, we're up.
I'm fresh out the box. I'm fresh out the box. One, two, 3, 4. I'm fresh out the box. I'm fresh out the box.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays Fantasy Age from Green Road Publishing. I am still Johananon.
I am the co-host of this show. It's me, Casualty CDG. You can follow me at Casualty CDG on stuff. You can follow me and Jahan at Fresh Out the Box on YouTube, on Twitch, or on Facebook. You can also follow our podcast, Fresh Out the Podcast. That's on Spotify. I'm happy to be back as Solwyn, the High Elf Illusion Wizard.
I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, your variety Twitch stream, your variety video game Twitch streamer and tabletop roleplay gamer, and I am reprising my role as Hernas, the Orcish Arquebusier.
And I am still Aaron Baumier. You can still find me at Aaron Dippity Doo, or you can also find me at Adventure Slang. And I am still coming back in here as Belor Cressings, Cleric of Washalia.
Variety Twitch streamer. I'm a variety show, guys. Anyway, sorry. I do.
Yeah, I've always wondered if you do different shows just besides games. Like if you come out and do like a top hat thing where you pull a rabbit out, or you do like a huzzah dance with a cane.
A one-man show.
Yeah, the variety show, the Corbinian variety show. I would absolutely tune in weekly to watch you do 15 minutes of bullshit. Just 100%.
You should do a King Lear or something.
King Lear. One man King Lear. God help us. In the original Middle English. Middle English? Anyway. Just butcher it. Get angry letters, which is content. So, anyway.
Perfect.
That's viewers. Angry letters is viewers.
Speaking of terrible English accents, hey, I'm Lawrence, and I'm still here. Yeah,
So am I.
we beat our spiders. Hey, you're on fire.
Yes, right. Oh, help me, God! My skin is burning off. Ouch and shit.
All right, so go ahead and make
Ouch,
another.
shit.
Go ahead and make another check.
Okay.
It's easier again because the web burnt a bit.
I don't know if you knew this, but strength is not the highest stat of the High Elven Wizard
It's
from
not-
the Fey realm.
It's not your strength.
I've rolled an 11 this time, which may have
Almost 3 ones.
mayhap the difficulty is easy enough.
It's been going down every time because of the fire. So yes, you are able to break free before you are hurt by the fire again.
Drop and roll. I'll turn that
I
shot to
will.
you.
I'll drop and then stand up. Did you see that? These damn spiders have flaming web.
They do. I never saw that. Did you, Belor?
What happened?
That
Yeah,
web
flaming-
there. They have flaming web.
Oh crap!
We need to get the hell out of here. I said we need to get out of here earlier, and we didn't, and I stand by what I said earlier. We need to get the hell out of here. This place is dangerous and full of man-eating spiders.
Jahan, how fast is that fire spreading? Is it spreading to nearby webs or anything?
It's
Or is it
not.
too
It's not
damp?
causing a conflagration or anything. No, it's
That was what I was scared of. Okay. Hernas is just a brief moment of glancing at the trees and
He made an interesting choice, and it was funny how it worked out. It was not a terrible choice, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it worked. He did get out of there, so
yeah.
it's still my favorite thing ever. I liked it. I'm Jahan. Yes, it is. I also listen to Japanese rock. Okay. Huh.
I will pick up I'll hold up my hand for my pistol that Bandit Man had.
He'll give it back to you.
I'll take my hatchet and I will loose it. I'll cut away the stuff that's at his feet as well. So he's not bound in any way. Which also means I'm on a fishing line because I just destroyed it. I was going to destroy it anyway.
Ooh.
These woods are dangerous. I do not have the shot to spare this firearm on the regular, but I take my hatchet off my belt. I hold it out to him. You might need that to defend yourself from spiders again. I'm trusting you, as someone who's stuck in the woods here with us for now, to use that to our advantage until you're free. I may even just give you the thing because I'm not turning a man into the woods unarmed.
Hey, we're all friends till we're not, right? And he'll take the axe.
I nod at that. Like I'm not surprised by that. Downside of the hatchet, by the way, it's an improvised axe because it's a tool. It's a tool, not a weapon. So it's better than bare hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. He'll.
So,
Oh yeah.
well, just gonna say while that's going on, and while Soul One's returning, I crouch down and start a prayer to Ashalia. And during this time, there's these like lights, these golden lights, start to swirl around me. And after a moment of whispering this thing, I raise my arm. I stand up, lift my arm up gently, holding the chakram, and all those swirling lights go shooting off and heal everybody for 13 hit points.
Harnas will jump in surprise because I don't think you've ever done that before.
Nope, this is a new thing.
I saw that on your list, and I was like, could you always do that?
Nope, it's a brand new thing.
It's dope.
Let me double check my spell sense though, because
Oh,
I'm just gonna chop it off by 1 point. But otherwise, yeah.
Nice. Oh, seems your mastery of healing must have improved in our journeys.
Yes, I hear Washalia much clearer these days. I believe she watches me on my journey.
Yes, there was a strange feeling at that temple back in town. I couldn't help but agree. You certainly have something.
Well, Washalia has put me in the place to run into you of the Elven Kingdoms and save the princess of a human kingdom. So, whatever journey it is that I am on, I can imagine it must have some sort of high purpose.
Could you imagine if Hanasa here was the prince of the Orcish kingdom? Huh, or a king in lying wait?
I don't think I'll be any high chief of tribe. That's a bit. I'll be happy to kill all of my. Oh, high chief. I don't know if I ever want to do. Oh, so
Then
much fun.
it should suit you well then if you wouldn't like the position. For anyone I've ever met that wanted to be a leader was a piece of crap. It's only those who have leadership thrust upon them who are worth a damn.
I give you a glance. I look over your attire. Ah. I reload my weapons.
it's pretty funny. The bandit will continue to lead you through the woods.
Bandit through the woods. Ooh. I just realized no one's gonna know that musical. Never mind.
That's real? Okay, that's good.
Evil Dead the musical. It's awesome.
I
It
haven't
has a
seen
spider
any
zone.
musical. I've seen Anna and the Apocalypse. I like that. But yeah, you will eventually start to get to a part of the woods where it starts to thin out a bit. You start seeing the sun a little bit more. The mist starts to kind of go away a little bit. It's still present, but it's not as thick. It's a lot easier to see. It starts to open up. And eventually you get to a point where you can start to hear water. Running water. And be like, we're almost there. We're almost to the crossing. Once we are over there, you're pretty firmly in our territory.
How close to camp are we from the water?
A couple
Was
miles.
it water, I mean.
Only a few miles.
Okay.
We discussed how many are at your camp. I don't remember. We had all that discussion about what kind of place you guys even run out there.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it.
Hernassa asked him and he told Hernassa 30, but Hernassa knew he was lying and it was much less. But
Okay.
that was as far as they got.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, cool. I'll just keep that in my mind.
You can press him for more though. That's just all we have to start with.
Well, I'll kind of like recall that in this moment and just consider that if he's trying to lie to Hernasa to prevent us from going up to it, then he's probably anxious about whoever is there. It's probably not too much of a threat. That's going to be my quiet thought process as I walk.
Took it too was it's probably less threatening than we think it is.
How wide's the river?
Up ahead, as you clear the tree line, there's a steep drop off, almost like a ravine, and below there is a river running through. It is, I mean, the river itself is somewhat deep. If you went down there, you could probably touch the bottom, but you'd have to climb down in the ravine. But the bandit leads you towards what is not really a bridge. It is more a log.
Yeah.
The crossing.
He calls it the crossing. But like, it's not much, but you know, it's hard.
I'll
us out
tap.
here.
I'll tap the log a bit with my rifle butt to make sure it's not easily, like, it's nice and heavy and straight. Just tunk 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 tunk.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's not perfect. Don't jump on it. He'll say that. He'll be like, "Don't jump."
Yeah.
On it.
I'll try. I'll do a quick navigation roll to see if I can find a fording, like where it's a lot shallower as opposed to where this crossing is, to see if I can spot a better way to cross. Because I'm not a huge fan of crossing on logs.
Yeah, sure.
There's a reason to do it, but these guys don't sound like they're the types to keep changing up the log like you're supposed to. 15.
It's not terrible.
It might
I
be the
mean,
only crossing though.
you do see a decent crossing, but you do have to climb down in the ravine.
Oh, so the log is like there's the log goes.
If you fall off the log, you're gonna fall, and
Yeah.
then hit the water.
Can orcs swim? They sure can. At least I can. There are rivers and stuff, but I don't want to get in the water because of black powder. Well, we could cross the log there, but I do see there's a fording point. We just have to get down into the ravine, and there's some shallower water there. But because I don't know how much that log's going to hold us, if it gives or whatnot.
It seems to be okay as long as we go one at a time. But
Well, me and you, I think we could cross it fairly easily. It's you two. I don't know how well balanced you are to cross a log like that. If you think you could do it, then we can go that way. I'm just thinking of the alternative.
If I think I can do it, I was raised in the woods. Do you know how many branches I've walked across? And I'll turn around and face you guys and walk across it backwards while I'm talking to you. We used to do this as children all the time.
make a
and,
dexterity acrobatics check.
An 11.
Be fine if you were walking forward.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have any boons?
Yeah, but I'm not going to use them for this.
Okay,
I'd rather fall in the drink like an asshole. If you've seen my character,
that's fair.
there's a reason I walked it backwards.
That's fair. So
I don't have rope.
Solwyn
do.
fall. He walks backwards,
What?
makes it about halfway,
What?
and then like steps on a knot in the
What?
tree's wood and slips
What?
and falls in the water.
What? 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 What?
You do fall.
What? And then I fall in. I just totally, it's for way too long.
It's for
You
way
guys are
too long.
Is he gonna fall or not?
It's not just kind of thunk.
It would have been fine had he not upped the difficulty.
Are you alive? I call down.
Yes, it's just freezing cold, and the waters are raging as I'm swept downstream.
Go ahead and
I'll meet you on the other side.
make a swimming check here.
And there
God,
you
it'd be
go.
so funny if you drowned. Oh man, it'd be hard because this isn't the worst water, but you could do it.
Just do it backward. Just do a backward swim.
Is it strength?
Yeah, it'll be strength.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Athletics if you
Yeah.
got it.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's Constitution.
13.
It's not
I
bad.
don't know if Constitution's better.
Or yeah, it would be the same. Constitution's also a 1.
It's not bad. So you are able to swim to shore. You are on the bottom of the ravine and soaking wet.
I'm gonna slowly make my way back up while they decide how they're gonna approach the situation.
There is a way up over there, but yeah.
I'll look over at Balor and raise an eyebrow.
Well, I can assure you I won't be trying anything, whatever that was. I'm gonna go ahead and try to make to cross. Says a dexterity. That might do it.
13.
Yeah, that is good enough. You're not walking backwards, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Take the humble route.
You make it. Harness. Have you fought?
I look at I'll look at the bandit and Lawrence and the noble.
I say, I'm a noble. Yeah, they.
The log or the crossing? I'm just staying by in case any of you fall in the water and can't swim.
They all make it across, no problem.
I'm not crossing that damn log. I'm going to the crossing I spotted and going down the ravine, crossing, going. Because no, thank you. That's a fall I don't want to go through. Plus, I don't want to accidentally get my powder wet.
Yeah. So, I mean, go ahead and ford the river with a probably strength athletics.
Could I possibly argue for tracking perception? No, not tracking.
Is that a song?
Navigation intelligence, sorry.
Someone singing a song about how humble he is.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's good. That'll show everybody at home. There you go. There's a little song for you there, guys.
So could I possibly argue for navigation intelligence?
Yeah, that's fine. Nowhere to cross.
I'm going to spend one of my boons to reroll that one. One of the ones, rather. That's not better. Puts it to 10. Is 10 enough?
Now to keep your powder dry.
Enough to keep my powder dry. That's what I care about, yeah.
No, not enough to keep your powder dry.
No. Okay. I'd like to spend another one if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Down to 1.
Are you rerolling the other one now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
6, 7, 8. 12 now.
You almost get
12.
swept away, and your powder almost gets wet, but you're able to just lift it up a little higher while you're like awkwardly walk across, and you do make it across. I was gonna make your powder potentially misfire, but
Yep.
no longer. It's not what.
That's why I was scared of crossing the log, so I fell off the log into the water, but my powder. I'm screwed.
Lawrence, the bandit, and the noble with you all make it across. No issue.
You don't have any minor magics to dry clothes, do you? As I'm shaking off my pants and stomping my boots to try to get some of the water out.
Just look at him in your soaking wet clothes.
Don't have anything for that, I'm sorry. You'll have to get warm the old-fashioned way.
At least the burns were soothed by cold water.
The bandit puts his arm around you the old-fashioned way. But yeah, so you're all on the proper side of the river now. Only one of you fell in. It was pretty funny. You walked backwards. But yeah, you're here in the woods. All right, so a couple miles up ahead. A couple miles up ahead is what you're looking for. Look, I don't really want to be here for this part, man. You mind if I just go our separate ways here?
What can you tell us of these people here? I know they're not nameless, faceless bandits. Each of these men has a name, and many of them have families. Is there anything you can do to try to help us disperse these men peacefully? Any insight you might have if you don't want to be here to try to help us peacefully resolve this?
I mean, I can try to talk to them, but
We're not sentencing anyone to prison. We're not sentencing anyone to death. We're just asking you to disperse during this king's feast?
Give me a communication check.
Communications check. Son of a 10. Oh, you know what? Here comes the boon. Let's re-roll that one.
Comes the
Let's make it a
Hey.
4. That's gonna be a
13.
13 with 3 stunt points.
Aren't you able to reroll for free anyway?
Only if it's etiquette.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
High
My
etiquette
bad.
roll.
My bad.
No, that's a fair question. It's a new talent I got, so I'm gonna forget about it a few times.
He'll
Oh, yeah.
look. I can't promise anything, but I can try.
If he goes in, Hanasa, then we've blown all chance at a surprise attack.
Not necessarily. I blend into the woods fine, but I agree. We wouldn't be able to surprise on this. But we weren't asked here to butcher people. We were asked here to get them to stop what they're doing. And if they do that even for a little while, that does our agreement with that noble, with that king, rather.
This is true.
I agree. The loss of life has already been too great.
I mean,
Besides, some of them were wanderers like me. I could be among guys like this if I wasn't a good enough hunter.
Yes, many of them just need a more reliable way to make their ends meet.
Actually, you know one way you could convince your friend. I'm not going to join the King's Guard anytime soon, but I do know someone in town that may be looking for a few toughs and be willing to pay you something better than what you might get stomping around these woods, and you might not take up the king as much.
who's that?
Kentucky Waterfall.
You want him
He's
to
a bit
work with Kentucky Waterfall?
Yeah, I mean he does that. He does the sort of you guys might at, and he has connections in town. He's a bit rough around the edges, but you know he's an islander, and he knows. I can vouch for him. I know he does questionable stuff, but he's connected.
Look,
And that
it's a pretty tough
that may be better
sell,
than he got.
But if the king is sending people after us, maybe they'll listen.
Yeah, that's my thought. I mean, why fight? Because even if they brush us off, someone else is coming out here.
Maybe I can arrange some sort of meeting between you and them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Y'all will trek through the woods for a little longer, but eventually he'll stop you again. Be like, it's just up ahead. You can kind of see a wall poking out. A wood palisade wall with the log spike. The sharp walls.
Can I throw in somewhere in that walk just like a regular mundane heal action for myself?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
You had plenty of time.
Oh, sweet.
Do we have at least 5 minutes to rest? You might have.
Yeah, you can take a rest. Yeah, you can take a short rest. No problem.
And that's what I would heal to then.
You would heal 5 Constitution level.
We'll say
Oh.
you did it while you were talking.
Yeah, 5-minute rest is all you need to catch your breath.
Cool. Do you know if we can regain magic points on a short rest? Probably not.
I think it's only long. I'll double check that.
That would honestly makes more sense to me.
I also think it's on a long, but since he's checking the rules, let's hear the official rule.
Right?
While he's looking, the bandit will start explaining things to you. So he does have a name. His name is Jacob,
Ooh.
and he, because I'm tired of just calling him the bandit, so his name is Jacob.
Jacob.
And I mean, he'll point out the wall. There is a wall. You can see it's a manned wall. There are people on guard. The encampment is larger than you were expecting. You're not sure if there's 30 men in there, but his exaggeration might not have been that off. It is a camp. They definitely there's at least 10 guys in there.
Could we, during our walk, could we have managed? I know I'm flashbacking a bit, but could we have squeezed an hour of like sitting still for a bit?
I mean, if you guys wanted to just sit around for an hour, that's reasonable. You've been traveling all day.
Yeah, because at least that way you guys get 1d6 plus your will.
So that would constitute for me then healing myself and then sitting with a couple candles and an incense lit and just praying to Ashalia for the full hour.
For the full hour, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can sit down and catch your breath after fording the river, dry your clothes, probably eat some lunch, because it has been all day and you did already fight some spiders.
Hiking through the woods.
An hour-long break is not out of the question by any means.
Cool.
I have a conversation with a tree for a very long time. Like, at first you guys think I'm being silly, and then when it's approaching, like, the 40-minute mark, you're like, oh, I think he might actually be talking to that tree. And with, like, my last 20 minutes, I'm going to try to talk to Hernasa. When this bandit, Jacob, goes in, should you like me to turn you invisible so you can follow him in and watch what's going on?
Probably, I wouldn't do that because I might need to reveal myself. And well, can you dismiss it at your will, or is it a timed thing?
It would last what a game master would call one scene. However, it can be dismissed.
Okay, I'll take it then because if I need to stay hiding, it'll make me stealthing easier, and staying nearby. But if an accord is struck, then I might need to reveal myself to let them know I'm here. Plus, I might know someone in there if we're very, very lucky. But
Then it will be done. As Jacob goes in, I should cast invisibility upon you.
just let me know you've done it before I get too far. Well, I'll hear you talk.
You'll know because
you're
your
doing it.
hands will be gone.
That's not what happened last time.
When you're invisible, you can feel it.
I'll hear you chanting at me.
You ever see Mystery Men?
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm invisible when you're not looking.
Well, yes, that's how perception works.
It's really
But yeah.
funny. Okay. But yeah, he'll give you a bit of a laydown. He'll tell you, it is a pretty big compound. There's the walls in the main building. He doesn't give you too much unprompted information because he's still part of their group.
Yeah.
But he'll go in. Are you going in with him invisible, Hernes?
Yeah, I'm going to be stealthing after him.
All right. When he approaches the wall, he'll put both two fingers in his mouth and whistle. It seems like a specific whistle, and they'll open the gates.
Has invisibility been... Oh, it has been. Never mind.
Yes, I cast it and it worked, and I got spell stunt points. Usually I would twin my spell, but I don't want to make anybody else invisible at the last second. So I'll just ask the GM if I can have a little bit of extra duration with the 3 stunt points.
I mean, it'll last a good amount of time. You could probably just take some of your points you spent back.
Okay, I'll take 3 points back.
The scene's gonna be...
It's going to be a bit, thankfully. I hope.
Gonna be for a while, yeah. The duration, yeah. Don't worry, I'll do you justice on the duration. I'm not gonna be like, closed the door, scene over.
I'll take the stunt points back. I just wanted to make sure we get my guy in invisible.
Yeah, no, he's invisible. Regain some spell points. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll mainly be concentrating on not disturbing the ground too hard or stomping my feet. And it's not like he's running, so I'm just walking carefully, so I'm not hitting things because I am invisible. So I'm trying not to draw attention to myself.
So as the gates open, you'll enter. You can see there's at least 3 guys up on the wall. You see on this side of the wall, you can see the platforms and ladders they use to get up there. They're on active guard duty. They seem at least somewhat serious about it. Then to the right, there is a campfire. A pretty big one. It's a sizable campfire for multiple people sitting around
like a bonfire thing.
It's not quite as big as a bonfire, but yeah, it's big enough for a lot of men to sit around it. There's 5 assorted men and women sitting around the fire. All of them, some of them aren't necessarily dressed in their combat best. Some of them are wearing, just short, shirts and breeches, but some of them are wearing leather armor. All of them have some manner of weapon within easy reach. You see crossbows, swords, daggers. There is one man walking around with a somewhat serious look on his face. telling people what to do. He has a bow on his back and a quiver full of arrows. People are listening to him. And he'll approach Jacob. Jacob, where's everyone else? What happened? And he'll start explaining. Be like, look, we robbed the wrong people. I'm all that's left, unfortunately. The king, they're having some sort of party or something, some sort of get together, some reason the king needs the road clear, and he sent some adventurers to do just that. And I regret to inform you they were very successful. They spared my life, but I was able to get them to negotiate. They would like to speak terms with you, at least some sort of deal. Okay, well, that's not very good news, Jacob. You led them back here, huh? You see the man, like, twiddling his fingers over a dagger that's on his chest and, like, looking at Jacob, deciding what to do with him. Okay. I could bring you in to speak to the boss, and we'll see what they have to say. He'll start leading him towards the main building. It is a 2-story wooden construction. Nothing fancy, but a decent enough house. You should have turned Jacob invisible and not told him that is comedy. That's pretty funny.
That'd have been great.
That's pretty funny. But all three of you walk into the house. It has big double doors. They're not like tall or anything. It's just a 2-story house, so it's not a lot of room there. But in the entryway, you can see a couple of 2 doors on the right. So there's one here, and then one like way at the back of the house. And then you see same setup on the left. One here, one way at the back of the house. Up above, you can see the railing of where the second story is. There's like a bridge going across up there, a walkthrough, and then you can see like the walls of the rooms up there. Somebody walks over the stairs and looks down, and then keeps walking. There are stairs in the back right corner and dead ahead. The stairs dead ahead seem to go down.
Is it one big like wooden building sort of thing? Or?
One big wooden building.
Oh.
It's just a 2-story building. It's not too big, but they've made decent use of the space.
It's a decent lodge, yeah.
It's a decent lodge. And there's other people in here. You see a bandit sitting at a table eating with his compatriot. One of them will nod. Jacob, what's up? Welcome back. Yeah. Thanks. We don't have time for this. Come on. And he'll start leading him upstairs. You guys will go upstairs. I wasn't expecting to give the full tour to an invisible person. So the stairs are in the back right area. And you walk over there. You go up the stairs. And you come out in the kind of just like a sitting area. There's like a chair up there. And like a little bookcase with like a couple books on it. And then you can go straight across the bridge. And you'll be led that way. And then to the right. There's a door on the right. And the man with the arrows will knock.
Knock, not knock. Sorry, my brain. I was like, get it, Jacob. Like, whoa.
Hey, Gregor. Open up. Gotta talk to you. A larger man will open the door. He has some darker features, like he's tan. probably spends a lot of time outside. He has the weathered, cracked skin of a sailor. Dark hair that's been lightened by age. And sort of similar blue eyes. He has it's mostly just a stubbly beard, salt and pepper, a smattering on a square jaw. And he's just wearing like a tunic shirt, like a plain white, and breeches and boots. He's a pretty big guy. He doesn't have a weapon belted on him or anything. He's unarmed right now. Oh.
Does he have a wand or anything like that on him?
You don't see anything like that, no.
Okay.
He's just kind of come as you are. He's not packing anything. No sort of equipment or anything on him.
Okay.
I mean, you can see like briefly into his room. You know, it looks like he just put a book down. It was like reading or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob, what seems to be the problem here? And the man with the bow will start speaking. Apparently, they got the better of him and his men down by the road. Robbed the wrong people. Yeah, that's right, Gregor. I'm very sorry. The king sent men, and he'll give pretty much the same accounting as he did before.
Mm-hmm.
Gregor will think this over. Who was the one that talked to Jacob and convinced him to do the soul one? I'm gonna let you go ahead and make the communication check here,
Okay.
because you kind of sent this guy as your envoy.
I've rolled a 14, but I will spend my last boon to re-roll that 1.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
And let's
Yep,
go
yep.
ahead and take that all the way to the top.
Your words flow through Jacob as you kind of told him what to say, how to convince him, and he'll emphasize the danger, the fact that even if they deal with you, there will be more, and that the king simply needs an armistice. They don't have to turn themselves in or anything. They just have to stay in the woods. So, long story short, with that roll, they'll agree to a meeting. Well, go get them then. I'll be ready.
I will follow Jake. I don't know it's going to last longer, so I'll follow Jake because visibility best. I thought about hanging out with the boss man, but that's not great.
You can hang out if you want.
Well, the thing is, I have no reason to know it will stay. It
That's
might
true.
fade
It is
at any
kind of
second.
risky. You could poke around, but yeah, that's fine.
Or some spider hit my caster and he's like, "Oh, I'm unconscious." Like, poop.
Oh, that'd be really
hell.
fun. He walks backwards across a log again. Hits his
Yeah.
head.
No, really, I could do this. I swear.
But yeah, you'll leave the camp. The archer will stand at the gate waiting, and yeah, you guys will reconnect. That went well.
It did go well.
Jacob will explain what happened. So yeah, he's willing to meet. They can be reasonable. You know, they're not. You know, we're not brutes. We're not monsters. We're not murderers. Not unless we have to be. But that being said, just be careful what you say.
Thank you, friend.
There you go. You did it.
I appreciate your guidance, but I do have a way with words. And I'll flash a smile as nobody else around me does. They're just like, this fucking guy.
Well, you can't. I might be smiling. You don't.
That's true.
I'm actually casting another spell, whispering out another prayer to Wishali, and as you say that, you suddenly feel like maybe that could actually be true. As you get a +2 to your next ability check with Hero's Inspiration.
Hell yeah, that's the last thing I need. Somebody feeding my high elven diplomatic ego. Yes, we should speak to them and make sure that no lives are shed. Let's head in. Hanasa, are you here?
Yep.
Shit! You reappear. I didn't know when to stop the spell, so I'm glad you're here.
All his account is true. I was following you. No hard feelings, but double check everything. I say to Jacob.
As far as I'm concerned, Jacob he's dismissed. He can leave if he wants. In the worst case scenario, if this does turn out poorly, you shouldn't have to put yourself in the middle of this.
Well, it's on you, Jacob, if you want to come in or not. The only reason I would be wary of saying, I mean, if you need to run, you need to run. Don't get me wrong, but I warn you, as you must know, these are not woods you want to be traveling by yourself in.
I'll come with you. I mean, like I said, they can be reasonable.
Yeah.
My life isn't forfeit yet.
Looked like a big man there with the dagger.
You talking about the archer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think he'll do something?
I mean, he is the one to watch.
Hanasa, if you wouldn't mind, could you stay between me and that man? The last thing I would like is a knife through the shoulder blades.
Yeah, Gregor has a good head on his shoulders. He can be, he's very good in a fight, but he is a reasonable, level-headed leader. His second in command, Tobias, is a little quicker on the draw.
And actually, to that end, I was trying to think of a good time to do it. I would like to fire my communication contacts roll to see if I know Gregor or if I've met him before.
Oh yeah, you saw a bunch of people. Yeah, go ahead and just shoot that out there. See if you notice anybody you know. It's not terrible.
Is 13 enough? I do have a boon. I might be willing to for this. So I'm asking.
Not terrible. You recognize Tobias?
Yeah, I'll reroll that 3. Why not? So I'm down to
You
1
you
now.
recognize the archer?
Not better, unfortunately.
You got a +2 to that. Did you calculate that? By the way.
For my communication or his?
Yeah, all three of us got a +2 to our next
sorry.
ability roll.
That would have been sorry. I
in
would
the
have
chat, but
A 15.
15.
And
Sorry.
you want to specifically know Gregor?
Yeah.
You definitely know him by reputation, and you probably met him once.
Okay.
That is high enough. That's pretty decent. I mean, he's not a no one. He's not a rando. He's in the community.
Yeah. So the extension of that is that he'll at least be friendly to me, but won't go out of my way to help me without additional motivation. We know we would have, if we haven't met, then that means we've heard of each other's reputation.
Yeah, he'll know of you, and that's a good start.
Yeah. Hernat's just kind of, as he's kind of flipping rifle like point down, like purposely making himself look as unarmed as possible, because it's hard to shoot a rifle when it's pointed down like that, because you have to reload it and stuff. Hernat's will say, I've heard of Gregor before. His reputation precedes him. I know him more as a good sailor, not as a bandit leader, but I doubt he changed that much from being an honest sailor to an honest woodsman.
He's known to be quite the fighter too.
Yeah, he knows his way. I've heard that he cut off a bear's head in one fell swoop. So I'd rather not fight him if I don't have. Never mind me actually hearing about him. He does sound like a nice guy. But,
that is
he'd be a hard fight.
We'll say you even saw the bear's pelt when you were in there. It was on the floor.
I always thought that was a boast, but seeing the bear in his room, I knew it was him the minute I got in there. So treat him with all due respect. Maybe not. Don't treat him like a noble. I wouldn't advise that, because me and him, he's my kind of man. He's no man of high taste. He's a man of travel, but he is respected among. There's a reason people follow him. He's earned the right to be followed. If he was Orcish, he could run his own tribe, I think, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Quite the compliment.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he has a good reputation as a bandit or sailor or whatever. Yeah, people know him. So,
Yeah.
Are there anything that you need to prepare or do or say or experience before you head on in there?
The one thing I'll say, I'll look to Jacob. Come what may, the hatchet's yours. You've earned it.
He'll like flick his thumb across the blade. Thanks. It's not a bad one. He'll put it in his belt. But yeah, all 6 of you will march on. The 3 of you, Vitali, and Jacob and Lawrence will all enter the walls of this bandit camp. And you'll see the same scene that I laid out before. Who wants to percept?
I will. Might as well. Bonus because I was allowed to.
Yeah, because you're
Before
allowed to
got
look
it.
around. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Oh no.
You're looking around trying to make observations, but there's this guy sitting by the fire, and he has this mole. And you just can't. I didn't see what you put up.
It's this. I sketched it when somebody brought it up about how getting them 3
middle fingers
ones.
from the dice gods.
Yeah. On my notes.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, I need to show everyone at home. Yeah, he got the triple ones. He got flipped the bird 3 times from the dice guy.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
At least it was on that roll. Imagine if that was
pretty
on a
funny.
gun
I'm
roll.
gonna get that
You know what? Your gun
tattooed.
misfires. I know there's no rule, but screw you.
And you roll 3 ones when you're shooting a gun, something's gonna happen.
Yeah, really.
But no, you're looking around, but you notice this like guy sitting by the fire, and he just has. It's such a big mole, and you're like, man, you'd think it would fall off at a certain point. You're just staring, and like you kind of get left behind a little bit, and you have to catch back up. So you don't.
Oh, shoot.
You don't notice anything else. But
Thought he was
that
just
guy-
gonna get entranced in somebody eating turkey real slow.
yeah, there's a guy inside the building. He's really enjoying a turkey leg.
Romance flag raised. No.
Don't be raising flags just because people be eating turkey, man. Gotta.
November's a busy
Hey, look,
month.
my I have certain flags. Turkey leg's one of them. Just saying.
You're in for a hot couple of weeks then, because
Let your turkey freak
time.
flag fly, bro.
down
That's right.
down here in America we are it's turkey time. Gobble gobble gobble. All right, so turkey time aside, you walk
Talking
in.
about turkey gets his flag raised. What do you think gobbling is gonna do?
Oh boy,
So we're in a bandit camp. Yep.
in a bandit camp.
In a turkey-free zone.
Turkey. There's no turkeys here.
The true bird of America.
You enter
not
the
that bald
cabin
eagle.
though, and once again, I'll describe the scene a little bit. On the left, door, and then a far door. On the right, door, and then I said there was a door, but that's where the stairs are, so there's no door there. And then straight ahead, there's like a little door that leads down. Not sure where it goes. And then there's the walkway above you. Tobias, so you've met Tobias now. Tobias has long hair pulled back into. He has like the ponytail, but like it's also the down hair. I don't know what they call that. You know what I'm talking about? Where like only some of his hair is in a ponytail, the rest of it's laying flat.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
It's like
Don't know what
that
it's
warrior
called,
braid thing or
though.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Skyrim hair 4 preset.
Yep.
You know, whatever. But yeah, he's
Locks.
rocking. He's rocking that. He has a bandana that looks like it's designed to keep the hair out of his eyes, and he has a face tattoo of some sort of arcane symbol or something, some sort of archaic, like weird rune of some sort, tattooed right under his eye in like a blue ink. And other than that, he's wearing leathers. He's decked out for combat, and he was when you saw him earlier, and he is now. But Gregor will be standing on the walkway above, looking down at you. So these are the adventurers that gave you so much trouble, Jacob.
My tall, thin form, I'm like 6'1", kind of lanky. I take my hood down and my elven ears stick out a little bit further than one would think they should. It's the very high elven, very elongated ears. And my golden amber skin sort of radiates as I take my hood down and approach the gate.
Hail, Gregor.
Oh, this is inside the building. Just FYI.
Oh, as I approach him. There we go, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, he's up on the railing looking down inside. But yeah. Well, at least there's a lot of them. You have that going for you, Jacob. But you'll see Gregor is now wearing his armor. He's wearing leather armor. He has a sword strapped to his back, and one on his left hip. And he's just very imposing when he's fully geared up. Well,
Hail, Gregor the Bear Feller.
have a seat. I'll be right down. And he'll stomp down the stairs. And he'll pull up a chair. There's a table just right there. The guy was eating at, and Gregor will look at him, and he'll get up and leave. He's like, "Oh, my bad," and he'll just get out of there. So I hear you don't want us using the King's Road anymore.
If it were up to me, everyone should be allowed to use the King's Road. My name is Solwyn of the Sun, and it's my pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sir Gregor. Yes, that's true, we come here on behalf of the King, who has requested that you leave the roads for the season.
And if you're looking for other work, I know someone you can talk to. Since you wouldn't be profiting off the road anymore, you'd need some way to make your coin. I doubt you're making coin. You make any coin hunting spiders.
No, I suppose not, Hernas.
When he actually says my name, I'll actually lay my right. Like I'm purposely making it hard for you to grab at it. And I'll actually sit back and relax.
I mean, he'll eye it, kind of warily. They did not take any of your weapons. They didn't.
Powder's dry, barrel's empty.
They didn't much
I say to him.
See the point. Yeah. While you're sitting there talking...
I'm afraid that we tried to explain this to your men down by the road, and they said that we should pay in blood.
So we did.
So they did.
That sounds about right. Well, we're going to have to come to some sort of agreement here.
Yes, and I think the taking of more lives is least desired amongst our group, and likely yours as well.
There's not as much money in killing as people think.
Yes, more trouble comes from killing than money, most times.
The door from downstairs will open, and someone will walk out carrying a bucket, and you'll hear some sort of roar sound come from down there. Some sort of animal. And then the door will shut. And the guy holding the bucket, he's wearing an apron and gloves. He'll look around, be like, "Oh, sorry," and he'll hurry away.
Intelligence roll to possibly recognize the animal from its roar.
Yeah, sure.
I'm wild shooting here. I'm hoping I get lucky because my intelligence isn't great. But hey, it's worth trying.
It's worth trying.
Brain? Where's my thing? There it is. 12.
Sounded big. Sounded pretty big. You can't pinpoint the exact sound. Gary rocking the same roll pretty much.
Rolled the exact same thing, but I rolled to see if it was Fey.
It does not say. It sounds natural. It sounds like some sort of creature. It doesn't sound magical or anything. Whatever it is, it sounds pretty big. You're not sure what it is. It kind of sounds angry.
Keeping a pet bear there, Gregor?
Not quite. But anyways, let's get down to business. And as you guys sit down to have your business, how do you spell your character's name? To Serendipity. Oh, Balor. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Allure. It's there.
It is there. Cool. As you sit down to negotiate, that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight. That way Lawrence can be here when you murder everyone. No, I'm just kidding. Diplomacy was always an option. I just didn't see it going this well. It went pretty good. So this is a good start. This is an interesting situation, and thanks for not being murder hobos. Thank you everyone for watching. The next, let me look at real quick before we go. Let me look at the calendar here.
Because next week I am not here, unfortunately.
So we're not going to be meeting next week on Thursday because it is Thanksgiving. This time next week is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I guess we're going to, fresh out the box, going to be taking the week off for just family stuff and, the fact that it just doesn't line up next week. The exciting conclusion of this quest will be the following week after that. But yeah, happy Turkey Day. Fuck Christopher Columbus and all the pilgrims. This has been Fantasy Age from Green Round Publishing. Don't forget to use our link to buy your very own books, 5% off, and help us out. I've been Johannanon.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. If you like tabletop role-playing games, check out Fresh Out the Box. If you don't, and instead you prefer movies, streaming shows, video games, things of that nature, check out Fresh Out the Podcast. It's available where all podcasts are available. We tried to make it easy for you. You can follow Jahan and I on Fresh Out the Box on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, however long that lasts until that madman detonates the whole fucking thing. Thanks for choosing to spend your time with us. It means a lot to us. You're the best. We'll see you next time.
I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian, variety Twitch streamer and tabletop role here on Twitch under Corbinian. You can also find me on Twitter, as long as it's still there, at ElectricBetCHSR. And hopefully we won't kill everyone next time.
I think we have the diplomatic angle, but it's been me, Aaron Baumier. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I have been working with Adventure Slang Productions with my dad, incidentally, to put together New Varden, which is an original setting TTRPG that I am super excited about. We just released on our website, I mentioned it already, but the quick start has been freshly polished. It is available for free to download, to try out, including some sweet maps to play with. And just try the game, have fun with it, check it out, and follow us at Adventure Slang. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got some live plays of New Varden coming up. We got some conventions that we're going to go to, we're going to want to talk about, and just some other bunch of cool stuff going on. So give us a follow and have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, I threw the link in the chat.
Thank you.
Happy holidays and stay fresh.